So my name is Sam. I'm 26 years old. I've been working for almost 3 years at Liedekerke in the Commercial Contracts and Litigation department for the partner Olivier van den Bergen. Usually I come to the office either on my bike or running. Especially in summer, I try to run to the office at least 2 times. It's 10 kilometers from where I live, so that's perfect. So then I arrive at the office around 8:30. If I come running, I'll usually go and grab some breakfast somewhere just next to the office, because there's a lot of opportunities to get some food in the less than 5 minutes walking from the office, even 2 minutes. Once I have my breakfast, then I'll check my emails to see if there's something urgent. At Liedekerke, you're pretty independent, so you have your own time schedule and you can determine when you work on what, as long as you reach the deadline. So the advice and the checking my emails, having a meeting might take up my whole morning, and then it's time for either lunch, or there's also opportunities to take language classes at Liedekerke. It's not organized by Liedekerke, but they finance most of the classes, and it will be online. Either it can be individual classes, or you can be taking classes with a colleague. I took the German classes because I never had any German classes when I was in high school, and I think it's important to learn all 3 languages of Belgium. After lunch, I will either start working on another matter, or if I haven't finished the advice or submission in the morning, I'll continue working on it. And I'll often if I'm a bit stuck on my research, I will either go to the library, which always brings answers with the books that we have here. There's a big support from the library staff, so you can always ask them to copy or scan a certain book or some pages from a book, and they do that very quickly. So that's very nice. So you don't have, if you're working from home, you can always just ask them to go and check the book on a specific page. If I really don't find the answer in the library, I'll go to a colleague and we just discuss very informally, and it's sometimes just a brainstorming session to think about the possible solutions that we can write. If you're stuck, it's not always easy to find the answer by yourself, but when you're brainstorming with a colleague or someone that has more experience, they'll often have a reflex that you still need to learn as a junior, and that might help you, and you might, based on that discussion, you might be able to find new answers. In general, law firms tend to have some gender issues and diversity issues, just because of the fact that we don't see a lot of women being partners, or a very small amount, or we do not see a broad diversity in the people becoming partners. Every individual one of us is a part of Liedekerke, so if we don't try to make the change ourselves, no one is gonna do it. If not I, who? It's basically that. So I believe that change needs to come from within us. And so that's why I try to be part of the different committees that there are. There's a corporate social responsibility committee that works indeed mostly on diversity, but also just social matters. And then there's a gender equity unit that works on the gender issues and how we can basically push talented women to become partner or reach senior levels within the law firm. There's a big variety in the kind of work you do, because doing a meeting, going on a discussion with a colleague, German classes, it goes very quickly. And sometimes you even have too little time to do it, to finish everything during the day. And sometimes there's even, especially during summer, Liedekerke organizes summer drinks, which is really a good way to get to know Brussels if you're not from Brussels, because it's often on a different location, a new fancy bar or rooftop bar. And then we get to drink together with colleagues and have a chat about some non-work related stuff, but also sometimes interesting to see people you haven't met yet from other departments, and they might have a case that might be related to something you're working on, and then it's very interesting to hear their point of view, because often people from other departments have different reflexes when they think about law, because they look at law from another perspective, and then it's interesting to hear the solutions they have for the problems their clients have. it's not always easy as a lawyer, but working hard in a team gives you a lot of satisfaction, and your colleagues can truly become your friends. So now that I've discussed what I do on a daily basis, I think it's time to go and have a drink with my colleagues.